talk about the finals, man. My number one takeaway, I'm sitting back and I'm watching the Denver Nuggets play against the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat is constituted of Jimmy Butler and
Them guys.
Gabe Vincent, Duncan Robinson, just a lot of tough dudes, not highly touted. I look at the Nuggets roster. They're being led by, as Fenton said, Jokic, who was a second-round draft pick. And I walked away from that finals thinking, wow, the super teams are dead. That era is over, if it ever began. The super teams are dead. That's what I took away from that NBA Finals. When you look at the Nuggets versus the Miami Heat, those are complete teams, right? And the Phoenix Suns did some moves after the season. They added Bradley Beal, who I think is phenomenal, pairing him with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. And when I saw that, I said, man, those three guys, it may actually seal their fate that they're not going to win.
Oh, I saw that. They definitely had no chance of winning.
You know what I'm saying? Because after we just got off to the finals, two tough teams, right? Well-balanced. It's not just Jokic. It's Jamal Murray. It's Bowen hitting tough shots. It's Michael Porter Jr. making tough plays. That's what I took away from the finals, right? Who else we got? And I started going back in history. The Miami Heat, super team. LeBron James, D-Wade, Chris Bosh. Well, they are considered a massive underachievement.
Oh, big time. What they said, I'm not winning 1, not 2, not 3, not 4.
Right? So I'm looking at it. I'm going over the last couple of years. The Nuggets are the champions. Before them, it was the Warriors without KD. That's Steph Curry. That's Klay Thompson. That's Draymond Green. Not a super team. Guys that were drafted
73-9
by that organization. Then you go back before them. It's the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton. These are not super teams. These are well-balanced teams. These are not pieced together units. And that's what I'm really walking away from. And another piece to that, the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets, they throw salt in the argument that you got to rest. You got to load manage.
Nah.
Both of those teams got up every day and
That's
played
trash.
to the best of their abilities. Every day.
Load management is trash. That rest is trash. What they're trying to do is extend their career to get more money. I'm not mad. This is a capitalist society.
Right.
Do what you got to do.
But those people tell us it's all about the championship, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. But, yo, bro, the Nuggets just shown you. And Jokic, two-time MVP, Finals MVP, champion. Like, yo, he's making his run while these guys are sitting on their ass, man. That was my number one takeaway. Any other year, I would have been excited about Bradley Beal being paired with
Kevin Durant and Book.
But I'm looking at it now like, that's not it. That blueprint doesn't work in the NBA. You know, you may even say that the Warriors were a super team for a while, but they weren't. Steph Curry, again, drafted. Draymond Green,
homegrown talent.
Drafted by the Warriors. Klay Thompson, drafted. Kevin Durant was a piece, but
a free agent signing, not a trade.
And another thing about the Warriors run, which I don't think is always mentioned. Those first two championships, Steph Curry was on the most favorable deal in sports history. Like, he was on a discount because he signed a deal early because he had those ankle problems and he was concerned. So that allowed them to fill out that roster with Sean Livingston, Andre Iguodala's. So, Fen, that's my take. The super team is dead in the NBA. It doesn't work.
I gotta walk this back a little bit. Define super team for me, because I
super team is max contract guys pieced together.
All right.
Your roster becomes too thin. Look what happened in Brooklyn. Kevin Durant, James Harden, give me another. Kyrie Irving. You are a twisted ankle away from your season being done. You are a bad call away from your season to being done because you don't have the players at the end of the bench to help you win. And whether we want to admit it or not, the championship is a team accomplishment. And I'm going to bring in another story with the same topic or around this topic. Scottie Pippen, what did he say? Michael Jordan was a terrible player before they got to time.
Yo, Pip, oh my God, man, what are you doing in these streets, dog? What is going on?
Hold on, that was everybody's reaction. Like, yo, Scottie Pippen, you're being ridiculous. Michael Jordan is the greatest player. But people say, yo,
if you want to like dissect it,
that's exactly what I'm doing. People want to say, yo, Pip is hating because his ex-wife is now dating Michael Jordan's son. But if you look at it, before Phil Jackson got to town, before Scottie Pippen got to the level that he needed to get to, Michael Jordan was someone people questioned whether he would ever win. He was a mega talent, but people questioned whether he could win.
Big time.
Michael Jordan's winning is filled with a bunch of John Paxson shots, Steve Kerr hitting clutch shots, Dennis Rodman rebounding, Horace Grant hitting elbow jump shots, Scottie Pippen guarding Magic Johnson full court. It is a team accomplishment. So when you strip away the shock of what Pippen says, it is a team sport. And when I put all that together, just looking at the last couple of months of the NBA, super team is dead, Fent.
All right, so I'm gonna have to pause you on that super team is dead. If you really look at Denver, they're a super team. Michael Porter Jr. would have been the number 1 pick had he not been injured coming out of college and high school. He would have been the number 1 draft pick. All scouts, all analysts say that. Jokic, all right, he's a rare gem.
Okay.
He was a rare gem. 2nd-round pick, chubby fat dude. He wasn't even the starter on his team that drafted him. They made a decision between Yusuf Nurkic and Joker, and they sent Joker to Denver, and I'm pretty sure Portland is mad about that. You know what I mean? So, and then Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray was the best player in the 2020 playoffs prior to him getting hurt. Right. You know what I mean? So, like, and those 3 are 3 max contracts. Joker's on a max, Porter's on a max, and Murray's on a max. You know what I mean? We don't watch Denver basketball because it's late night out west. And that's my big takeaway from the finals.
Homegrown. All of those guys are drafted by...
It's kind of like what people try to say about the Warriors. They were a super team. No, homegrown talent. Steph came. They drafted Klay and Draymond the same year. You know what I mean? And then they let those guys grow and develop.
So that's my stance. You can't piece people together. It is a team. It is about off-season work together. It is about being in practice together, being on the road together. You can't piece names together.
Yes, 100%. That's not... But and then to go back to Brooklyn would have won. I don't want to say ifs and buts and maybes. If Kyrie ain't get hurt, if Harden ain't get hurt, and if Durant ain't step on the line, Brooklyn was beating the Bucks.
But that's my stance.
Yeah,
when you have these super teams, the margin of error is so small. You go back to the 1992 Bulls run, Game 6 of the NBA Finals. The Bulls went into the 4th quarter down 15 points. Michael Jordan was on the bench. It was Scottie Pippen in the reserves. They went on a 14-2 run to make that game close. That's team basketball. When you have these super teams, your roster's too thin. Who else is on the Suns roster besides Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker?
That's it. That was their problem that made them lose when they traded for Kevin Durant. They gutted their whole roster. They had no bench. They were super thin. Paul goes out. You know what I mean? Durant's never fully healthy. You know what I mean? Book tried to drag them to the chip, but it didn't work out that way.
So when are the executives going to learn this lesson? When are the players going to learn this lesson? You're chasing. Kevin Durant is still chasing. Meanwhile, Steph, the statue they're going to build for him just gets bigger and bigger in Golden State. You flip-flopping all over the league. And as a pure basketball fan, I'm happy it's playing out this way.
For Durant?
I'm happy it's playing out that the people that I believe are doing it, quote-unquote, right, organic, building together, team basketball is winning out.